Influence here, and today I have Magic Square's Shadow Master, which is their version of a Legends Mirage. And yes, this figure isn't brand new. I saw it on sale maybe like a month ago, so I bought it. Great looking figure, you know, it's Magic Square. Magic Square makes a great sculpt in their Legends figures. I always stand by that. I think their sculpts are the best out of all the Legends companies. However, the paint is hit or miss. This does have a little bit more paint. I think the white paint of the legs, I believe that's painted. There's plastic. The blue plastic, it's kind of, it matches because it's all plastic. I don't believe it's paint. Maybe the kneecaps are painted, or I don't know if that's light blue plastic with painted dark blue, or you know, painted the light blue. You know, you're not gonna get like the metallic paint, but you're going to get a great sculpt and complicated transformation. Nah, but let's get into this.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So straight away we'll get into accessories. You see he holds his gun through a peg, and he has his shoulder cannon that can go up or down like that. And the gun he holds, like I said, through a peg, and it's fine. Here's his gun. His gun is fine. All blue. Shoulder cannon just tabs in right there on the back, and can tab on either side. I just like it on his right side. Shoulder cannon here. I don't even know. Oh yeah, okay. So you can have it. You can take that off, so it looks like he fired the missile. And like I said, it moves back and forth. You see that? This is so small, it's hard. I have a really wide lens on my camera right now. But yeah, here's his face. It's weird looking anyway, and I probably just lost it forever. So let's move right along. Has a card, tech spec card, instructions that are trash, normal as usual. Box is box. Is his face up close. He does have metallic eyes. They're painted, which is great. Great looking. Again, the paint where it's applied, this red paint is nice. The white is nice, but I don't really like this blue. It's just blue plastic, but I don't know if I like that color. Or maybe it's because it's just plastic and not painted. So let's compare him to some other Magic Square and other Legends figures. He is pretty small. We have Perceptor here. Subscribe. When I got this, I felt it was small. It felt small, but I don't know. It could be right. We have Craftsman Toys. We also have Tracks over here. So you see how they fare. And then we have a Dinobot. I'll put him in the back. I do think Dinobots should be big. First got him out the box, I was thinking maybe Magic Square was trying to compete with or be more in line with New Age, because I know New Age is, I think, a little smaller than Magic Square figures most of the time. So we'll, you know, I don't know though. I don't have, only New Age figure I have is Omega Supreme, I believe. So here we are, Articulation. So his head goes down about that much. Up a lot. It's mainly for transformation, and you got side to side because it's a ball joint, and around, of course. Then you have shoulders. Arm goes all the way up like that. 360 on the arm bend. You have a bicep swivel. These things are on a double hinge, so you can move them up and down. There is a lot of paint scrape. I think from the time I transformed it, there's a lot of white paint on here. I don't know if this part is scraped off, or if the white scraped onto the blue. I don't know which one, but in any respect, you also have a ball joint that goes out in case you need that or want to use that. Again, the bicep swivel, I was trying to see if there was a bicep swivel at the top. There's not. It's right here at the elbow. It's more of an elbow swivel. You got not double jointed. I was trying to see if you could move this arm, because then you could use the ball joint as an elbow. I don't think so though. You have the fixed hands. They move around. Waist, you can get 360. I guess that's why these things shouldn't. I don't know. Can you get 360 with them? Kind of. I think they're supposed to be flipped around and tucked in here, but I don't know. For some reason, I like them down to the sides. It kind of, I don't know, gives it extra for me. Who knows? You got the up. You don't have skirts, so to speak, that move. But you do have this, well, you have side skirts. Let me see if I can get them out. You do have side skirts that kind of go in the back. But it's mainly this whole joint that moves. But in doing so, the way they did the front skirt makes it so the leg doesn't go back. I have no idea why they did that, but you're not going to get a good like leg back pose. Unless I'm doing it wrong. No, it's a mushroom peg there, so. And this doesn't move. So you get the can in the front, and in the back it's trash. I should be using my spudger, not that metal thing, but it's what I have right now. Side to side, not full splits, but probably enough. Full knee bend as far as you can go until you hit the backpack. That's good. Swivel up here, and then feet, you have a full rocker. Full rocker and toe tilt, and you have heel spur independent where you can move it if you need it to try to. It stands up fine, but if you need a different pose, sometimes it may be hard to get them to stand, so you can use the heel spur. You can push it down. It's the spoiler. Get into transformation. So turn the head around like that. Move these up here. I would say get these out if they're tucked in. Since mine aren't, I don't really have to worry about it, but I'll just move them out so you can see. Then you can flip this around. So this part is in the back now. And the back is face front. Now with this, you use that double hinge to hinge it up. Yeah, part of the QC issues that I had is that these two, and you'll see when I get down, these two sides are exactly the same. Therefore, it's not a right and left side. It's just a, I can't remember which one, left and left or right and right. So this doesn't add up to where it should be on one side. So that sucks. So move this down. I tab that on, that might come out, but move these down, flip the fist up and flip them back. Then you move them over and flip them all the way up. Again, put that down, flip the fist in, put that up, move it to the side, move it up. Move this up, get these wheels out. They're on double hinges. I'll pull this out too. You will need to flip these out, these things. And then you can move this up. Let me see. Flip this in. There's this little piece at the top there. Flip that in all the way. And you can see it right there, how it flips up. Then this moves out here. Let me see. Once you do that, you should have enough clearance with this head. Push the head down all the way. Then move this up here like this. So these pieces here, right here, you move out, kind of fits in there. It's these little blue pieces, these pieces right here. These are what you're moving out. They're kind of tabbed in here. And they go out and flat like that. Then you're moving these in, and you got to kind of move it around, plastic, bend it around, which ain't great. There's not really room in there. You can see over here, it's upside down because it's not correct. It's not the correct one. They put two of this sides on. And this, you can move this down. It's pegged in. It's kind of tight. So you move that down here and peg this in on the side right there. Again, with this side, you move this up, peg these together, and it pegs on to the side here, and it has a peg that pegs in kind of in there. And then this peg on this side can go in. This doesn't have the peg because it's the peg is underneath because of it being the wrong panel. And you can move these up. They peg right there on the arms, and you have the arms done. Now for the legs, well, you can pull it out this way, pull this up like that. Then you can move this all the way up because eventually it's going to go up here, but you want to put this in here, fold it up and fold it in like that. Let me show it over here. So this right here, I was having trouble pulling it out because it's tabbed on right here. So then you just untab it and you can pull this. It's tabbed up here too. So flip that out like that. Then you can pull this up, move it down, and right here you're flipping this panel over, and then you're flipping the whole panel over into the leg like that. Then you can move this up, flip this down like that. Again, move this up and flip this down like this. And now you can fool with all of this. Make sure these legs are straight because these are going to go up here, and you can see it kind of gets intuitive, but you do have to push this up. It's on a slider. Well, move this down because it's hard to push up if you don't move that down. And you can push this all the way up here. Make sure it's all the way. That is all the way back. And there's a little space here where this tabs in kind of, so you can get it all the way up like that. And let me show that again. Like I said, make sure this is pushed down so you can move this. If not, you can't move this thing, but then you can make sure it lines up into that space. Goes all the way in. You can worry about this spoiler and the feet later once you get this together, because then you can tab that together. Make sure it's in. Now you want to tab this together. So there's a tab here that goes into the side, tab here that goes into this side right here. You can do this side as well if you had the right thing on, and you can see what I mean. It just won't, it's never gonna line up, which sucks. But what you gonna do? I could probably reach out and they would send me the new part. They're usually good about that. Then you can move this wheel. There's a peg there that pegs on. The wheel pegs on. Make sure this didn't come apart, because it did. Peg the wheel on. Then you can move the feet. Just flip them around. And they just go in there like that, just tucked. Again, flip it around. The spoiler. This is all tight, so it's hard. And you put the spoiler together. It's on a over-under mushroom pig. And here you are. Mirage transformed into his vehicle mode. And it looks good. It looks like Mirage. Like I said, this is the only sad part. Sad. And next to a masterpiece car. See how small it is. So that's Magic Square's Mirage. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a like, subscribe, and share. Peace.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.